me drop, bam, knock out, unconscious. Right? I am still unconscious, I'm not responding, and at my front teeth lick right up my head. And God been the God must just put his hand under my head and let the gas off flash. And God and nobody else but him. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a lovely week. So in this video I am going to be sharing another story. This is a story time video, and yeah, I might be a bit emotional, I don't know, or I might just laugh, depends on how I feel. Yeah, but while I'm giving you the story, I'm going to be doing a mukbang with fruits. Who you know ever did a mukbang? What is it called? Mukbang? Whatever. With fruits. Okay. Every video that I watched, I always see people doing it with actual food. Right? So I'm gonna be doing it with fruits today. So I have one banana. That is what we just call it in the country. One orange, almost stale, and couple strawberries, and I have a mango. You can smell the sweetness of the mango. Back where I'm from in the Caribbean, you could smell the mango from a mile away, but the mango here, you will smell till you're dead and you don't smell nothing. Yeah, but yeah, so this story is all about how I fell over a cliff and survived. So stay tuned and watch the whole video if you want to know what happened. Yes, so I fell over a cliff and I survived. I didn't just fall over an ordinary cliff. It was a cliff. So back in 2001, I'll put it in a drawer. Yes, before I was interrupted. Back in 2001, I was 8 years old. Back in the Caribbean, right? I can remember what happened in my life before that incident, and I can remember what happened after that in my life, after that incident, but I cannot remember what happened on that day. Since I fell over that cliff and hit my head, I cannot remember what happened and what is such. Anyhow, back at home, I lived with my mother and my grandmother at the time. Oh, one leg gone, right? And we live in the Caribbean. Our houses are built on cliffs, on hills and mountains. Yes. Well, you want to get up?
Yeah.
Where want to go? Where I come from, the Caribbean, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Beckwith in particular, most of our houses are built on next leg gone. Most of our houses are built on cliffs. Some of them are built high up in the hills, some of them are built in mountains. Yes, my people, back to the story. Where was I? Yeah, I was saying in the Caribbean where I'm from, Beckwith, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, most of our houses are built on hills in mountains, and my house, my grandmother's house, my grandparents' house is built strictly on cliff rocks, right? And in that little neighborhood there, there's a lot of my family members around. So my house is here, and then right below my house is my uncle's house, who I was very close with, still close with. Our family is very close, right? So I used to be back and forth from my grandmother to my uncle, back and forth. And we created a little shortcut behind of our house to get to my uncle's house, right? That's a shortcut. Otherwise, we have to pass a whole long way around to get to his house. But we created a shortcut. And the shortcut behind our house was lots of trees with vines on it, and there was a cliff behind there, and over the cliff, below the cliff, my uncle's house is there, right? And it's rocky and stones and stuff is behind it and so forth. Now I am passing through this shortcut for many years. Everybody passing through there, everything is going good, but this one day, God, that's where a Saturday morning, this is what I was told, right, from my mother, because I cannot remember what happened from the moment I wake up until later after. I cannot remember anything. That Saturday morning, my mother said that she was not at home. I was home with my grandmother, right? And I think on that day I was down at my uncle's house with his wife and I think he had his son and his daughter at the time. I can't remember, but yeah, I was always down there, especially when I'm bored. I will go down to their house and me go play with them and watch TV and watch. I always down there, right? But my mommy wasn't at home at the time. She went into town that day to do some shopping or what. It was a Saturday, right? But I was told she had returned from town and she was at home, and I was going home to meet her. And on my way home, right, I fell going up the cliffy part behind my uncle's house. On my way up, I fell over the cliff and dropped behind the house and the concrete there and all the rocks and all the stones. I fell over and I was completely knocked out, unconscious. My front teeth, there's two big front teeth that you're supposed to have. I only have one. I licked out my front teeth completely straight out my head, right? Now everyone is trying to think about what exactly happened because I can't remember what happened, but there was a big there was a big tree behind my uncle's house and it had lots of vines running from it. And I could remember before then, every time I passed that tree, I would take a swing on the vine. Every time I'm going up, I would swing. I'm going down, I would swing. So I'm guessing that is what happened. I was going up and I do what I always do. 8-year-old young me probably took a swing on the vine, and while I was swinging out, the vines probably broke and me dropped, bam. I know this cliff is a high cliff and they have lots of rocks and stones behind it, right? My family who watching this video will know how thing. My mommy had just came back from town and me dropped, bam, knockout, unconscious, right? My uncle is who hard, he hard like a bap, he hard it. Thankfully he was probably near in the back room or something, but he heard it and he looked out and he saw me lying on the ground lifeless. He is who found me, thank God. Yes, and my uncle found me there in all the blood. Me hit my head on a big stone, knock out my teeth, everything. And just as my mommy came home, sit down, when she back, she had to run straight back to the hospital with me. Right? It was a Saturday, so there was no taxis on the road. There was no van. They had to flag down somebody who was driving a truck to take me to the hospital. So my mother and my uncle went with me. I don't know if his wife went, my aunt, and my father came as well. Right? So we had to have a little hospital on our island, but it's not big enough where they have equipment and stuff to deal with like big accidents and stuff. So I had to go to the mainland, St. Vincent, which is an hour boat ride away from Beckway. Right? I had to go to the mainland, St. Vincent, to get checked out. All this time I am still unconscious, I'm not responding and everything. And I remember my mommy telling me that she was so like devastated. She thought I was going to die. Like everybody think I'm going dead, because when I get to the mainland, that was Saturday, I was unconscious all night, unconscious all day Sunday, and I think she said probably late Sunday night or on Monday morning, that's when I really truly catch myself. But Saturday night in the hospital, after they left, because they couldn't stay there overnight, I guess, but they left because they was there all the time, my mother and my father. The nurse told her that I had gotten up and I was vomiting a lot of blood, and then I went straight back. I fell back to sleep until that Monday morning. Right? So obviously because of that accident, they had to do a scan, X-ray of my head, right? And the doctors did the X-ray, and my mom said they said that from what X-ray is showing, it looked like my skull has been cracked or cracked open. And everybody, well, I was talking to mommy, and the way she was relaying the information to me, it made me feel so me ball, because I'm putting myself in my mother's shoe at that time. I have kids, and if something like that happened to one of my daughters, trust me, me not gonna make it. Me go want oxygen, me go want everything, me go flap out. And I trying to feel how she felt at the time. She actually thought I was going to die, I wasn't going to make it, that I hit my head so hard that it actually did so much damage to my brain, and now the doctors are saying that my skull is cracked. And the fact that I woke up and I was vomiting blood wasn't a good sign, right? And at the time, I think I was her only child at the time, or I can't remember if she just had my brother. He was a baby or something. But yeah, that probably been a scary moment for she, and I couldn't imagine how she would feel, trust me. But yeah, so the doctor said that my skull looked like it was cracked open, but they weren't 100% sure. So they were waiting on another doctor to come and read the results and finalize everything, right? Thankfully, that doctor came, read the results, and my skull was okay. Everything in my brain, in my head was functioning properly. I had no internal bleedings. There was no crack. Everything was normal. Everything was okay. Thank God for that. Hello. The only thing happened to me severely is that my front teeth lick right out my head. What part of that you want to tell me? I don't know, miracle. What part of that? I fell over a cliff, and on the bottom of the cliff is bare rocks behind it, because it's cliff and the rocks are always falling down from behind it, right? I hit my head and I had no severe injury. And up to this day, people, my family members are telling me, since the fall on there, you get crazy. They're speaking about my personality, saying that how I make people laugh and I'm funny and stuff. But I think not. I think I was always meant to be this person that I am. But probably that cliff fall that cliff incident just intensified the crazy, bubbly, comedic person that I am. I don't know. I woke up not the same person I was. But me have a big up God. Me have a big up. Because some other person probably might have dropped behind it and die or end up brain damage and paralyzed and all that stuff. I don't know. But I had not one damage to my brain. Not one damage to my head. Me have a big up God, you know. Me have a big up. Me have a big up. You see, when you know your foreparents and your grandparents and them praying for you, you have to appreciate that. You have to tell them thanks, because my grandmother at the time was, well, she was a prayer warrior from till the time that she died. And I know to God, I know it's her praise. Her praise saved me. And God, being the God, must just put his hand under my head and make the gas saw flash. And God, and nobody else but him. Yeah. So yeah, my skull was okay. I was fine. I had missed a whole term from school, right? I tried to go back to school. After a while, what happened? Yeah, I tried to go back to school, but I was having like severe headaches. Severe headaches. So the time I heard a little bit of noise, and you don't know, the school is very noisy. Every time my mommy sent me to school, they had to send back home because I would get shooting headaches. That is what I was told. Right for a while, really bad headaches, real bad. I had missed a whole term of school. I can't remember what grade I was in, but I was 8 years old. Yeah. And then one day my aunt, my uncle's wife, she had heard about this herbal doctor who was on Beckway at the time, and she took me to him because of the headaches I was getting continuously every time I go to school, or if there was too much noise around, my head would go just like pew, like crazy. And she took me to him, and my man, the doctor, gave me 2 little white tablets. That is all. 2 little tablets for swallow. After that, Muffy was brand new again. My headaches were gone. Me don't know what we did in tablets there. Must be bang again. Yes, but after that, I had no problems with my head anymore. I had no more headaches. I returned to school as normal, and I lived a normal life after that. The only thing that I used to get bullied a lot in school was because I was missing a tooth. I had a gap there for a long time before it was even covered up crookedy like this. See? Crookedy, because I'm missing a tooth. Yeah. I was bullied for that. And then after, obviously the kids at the time didn't know exactly what happened, why my tooth was missing. But yeah. So that's the story of how Muffy fell over a cliff and I survived it. I have to thank God for that. That nothing serious and nothing major happened to me at the time. And I have to thank God for putting strength into my family members, because I know they were praying for me. Especially my grandmother. I know she was praying for me. Because trust me, that as a mother, as a parent, that's not an easy thing to go through. Seeing your child lifeless on the ground covered in blood, or even my uncle at the time witnessing that, because he was the one who found me, and seeing me on the bed unconscious for days, and you're thinking the worst. So yeah, so I just want to bring that story to you guys. and some food. You can drop a comment in the comment section and let me know like what was your most traumatic experience in your childhood or even growing up. Yeah, but I have some story times that I can share, but right now I wanted to share that one so that you can know a little bit about me. Alright, me will for you food. Me never eat all the foods because it takes too much. But I was going to eat all of this mango, but I was going to eat half and the other half for my kids. Okay guys, so if you enjoyed that video, please like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. Okay, watch me here guys, watch. You hear me just the other day, it done stale.
Mommy.
Yeah, my hair done stale. It only looks this little fresh. Okay. Because I did the front today. Yeah, but in the middle, look, my hair is growing out so much. I am gonna have to redo them. But yeah, but thank you guys for watching and see you guys in my next video. Bye.